I was hoping I would say, and then TJ said, and you would go, and then we would all go, dance, magic, dance.
Hello and welcome to the Invincible podcast, probably the best superhero podcast in the universe. This is a show where friends get to sit around and talk all things Invincible, a comic book by Robert Kirkman, Corey Walker, and Ryan Ottley. On today's episode, we're going to be doing another character discussion, this time all about Battle Beast. I'm one of your hosts, Ryan, and joining me today is Bill.
Hey everybody, it's Bill.
And TJ.
Oh, hello. It's TJ.
Hey TJ.
Hello.
Bill, you know what? I had a question that I thought of, and I thought I would ask you both, actually.
But just me?
Because I have a feeling yours changed. Are you a cat person or a dog person?
I am a dog person.
I
have two cats, and I hate them now.
Were you always a dog person?
No, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, and then I got cats because I lived in apartments where you can't have dogs. So then I settled, and I was like, I'll get cats. Yeah, I don't like them, though, anymore.
Really?
They shit in the
TJ,
house
you're a
and
cat
stuff.
person?
I like cats because they're easy. I like dogs too, but I don't have the patience to take care of them myself. I like other people's dogs.
The relevancy of this question will reveal itself. The relevance will be revealed.
Not really.
Oh, okay.
Not really. I was just curious about it because I mean, Katie wants a dog. We're not ready for a dog. I would be okay with a dog. I used to be a cat person though, but I'm done with cats. I don't think I'd want a cat anymore.
Once you have a dog and it's trained, past 4 months so it doesn't shit or piss in the house anymore, it's so much better than a cat. Because cats claw your furniture, they throw up
but
everywhere.
Dogs can
cats
chew
shit in the house. My dog doesn't.
I know, but
Okay,
it's
that's
possible.
one.
Not all cats do either.
Yeah, but you can't train your cat to fucking not scratch.
Sure
will
you can.
always.
You can.
Sure
No,
you can.
fuck you.
Oh, yeah.
That was so easy.
Yeah, no real reason. It's not like a Battle Beast science dog thing. It was just
My question is, was that question on your list of things to talk about?
No,
You just brought it up?
it really wasn't.
Okay.
So I have
Because that would be weird.
When you said Katie and I aren't ready for a dog, I thought to myself, I was like, well, you're never ready for a kid, and then once it accidentally happens, you accidentally get pregnant.
We can't
you
accidentally get a dog.
That's
though.
what I was thinking. I was like, I wonder if you could accidentally get a dog.
You almost did once, wasn't there a point in which you guys had a dog randomly, like you found one or something? That was a cool dog.
His name was Bane.
Yeah.
We didn't find him. We adopted him for a day.
Yeah.
And then my parents made me give him back.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
We are the Invincible Podcast. You can reach us on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. If you want to email us to be part of the show, you can email us at theinvinciblepodcast@gmail.com. We are also the Oblivion Song Podcast, which the most recent episode went live 2 weeks ago. We're in between episodes on that one.
So 2 more weeks.
And that was the final episode, the final issue of the first volume that we talked about in the last episode. So we'll be back with a new episode of the Oblivion Song Podcast in 2 weeks, and that one will be all about issue
7.
The
first issue of the new trade.
Yeah, that nobody has
Starting
read.
the new arc.
That's exciting.
Yeah, everybody else.
I'm honestly surprised that never got spoiled for us.
Yeah.
I kept waiting for someone to email you, TJ, and just be like, blah 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 happened, and then be like, fuck.
Yeah.
But honestly, if you think about it,
I was expecting someone to say something by accident.
Other than that, there's a couple news items we want to talk about, but before we get to those,
But before,
that's fun to say.
Wait, ready? But before.
No, we're not doing
Come
that.
on. But before.
No, see, I was gonna go second.
Okay, you go second. You go third.
No,
But
moving
before.
on.
it's over. It's done.
It passed.
It's done. We killed it.
Before we get to the news items that I want to bring up, we have a little bit of an announcement about the podcast. We are making some changes. And
They're all good. All good things.
Some
good
people might be a
things.
little upset about this.
A lot of people are going to be mad.
All good things go monthly.
Yeah, so we had to since we started this podcast, we've had people ask us, you know, oh, you guys aren't going to have enough stuff to talk about on a weekly basis. And it's like, well, we're bi-weekly, so you know, we've got new issues every month, and we were doing the new reader series, and we had other topics that we wanted to talk about. So early on, it was easy to go bi-weekly. You know, it wasn't a big deal. Mm-hmm. And then when they announced the end, everybody's like, are you going to keep doing it? And we're like, well, I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. And then the end came, and we said, hey, we're still going to do the podcast. Even though the series ended, we want to keep doing the podcast, and there's still more to talk about. And we said that we would keep doing the podcast for as long as there's stuff to talk about. And we had a list, had a schedule of all the different things that we'd want to talk about. And as of last episode, we've talked about every single tie-in to Invincible. Mm-hmm. And it's gotten to the point where if we were to keep going bi-weekly, we could probably go for about 4-ish more weeks. And
4 more weeks?
Well, 4 more episodes, sorry.
Okay.
And it would get to the point where all we're doing is character discussions, and it might just get a little old, mm-hmm. which I know for some people out there that might not get old, but we want to keep things interesting. Fresh. And we think that instead of ending the podcast, because that's the other option. The other option is to just straight up end the podcast and then maybe come back when there's big news. But none of us really like the idea of there being a irregular podcast. Like, mm-hmm. hey, see you in 3 months for one random episode, and then 2 months later for an episode. And it's like,
yeah, we're not Saga. We can't pull that off.
It's just not. Yeah, that just won't work. Mm-hmm. Or Invincible for that matter. Yeah. So yeah, we've decided we're going to go monthly. This is going to start after next episode. We're still going to do 2 weeks from this episode. So September 7th, we'll be back with an episode, and that will be the first Invincible podcast monthly episode. Mm-hmm.
And we're also doing Oblivion Song podcast too. So
we're still doing 2 episodes a month. Yeah. So it still kind of, you know, works out that way.
I mean, and who knows? Like, with it being monthly, there could be a lot of content, something that happens, and it frees up our ability to do a quick.
Yeah, and not only that, but you might say, what happens if a week after we release a monthly episode, they announce a trailer for the TV show, or mm-hmm. something crazy happens? We'll come back in and do special episodes. Oh, yeah. Like, we're still going to be able to do that kind of stuff. Yeah. We just don't want to get to the point where we're rehashing old content. We're getting bored with stuff, and we don't want to bore listeners either. So we think it's best to just do a monthly podcast, keep it exciting, and we have plans to make those monthly podcasts more exciting. We're going to have, obviously the introduction. We're going to go over more news, which hopefully with a month-to-month schedule, there will be more news items to talk about. We are going to always have a main topic, and the main topic will probably be, shorter. They're not going to be hour-and-a-half topics.
It's not going to be the main conversation piece.
Yeah, it'll be just a main topic, which will probably run 20 minutes or so. And then after that, we want to do something, which I haven't thought of a name yet. We're kind of playing between old reader and rereader. Don't know which one of those I want to go with.
I think old reader sounds funnier. And I like
rereader sounds funnier, and it's more fun to say. Old reader is just a fun play on new reader, but it's harder to say.
I think rereader is as fun of a
play on words
as new reader, because you're
all right.
So
maybe we'll go with rereader.
The nice thing is that if we switch to when we switch to monthly, that allows us to have more longevity. Mm-hmm. Between news that happens. So,
that's what I'm saying. The news section should hopefully get longer, so that'll hopefully be a 15 or so minute portion. Then there'll be a 15 to 20 minute portion, which is the main topic. Mm-hmm. And that main topic can range from character discussions or guests or any other kind of, topics that we think of that we want to bring up.
Yeah.
And then after that, like I said, we're going to do the rereader section, which we've decided is going to be, because we've done new reader. Well, I've done new reader. It's amazing that Bill and TJ are on an Invincible podcast for over 2 years, and you guys have never talked at length about any of the details that happened, old issues, things that happened in the 20s, in the 30s of this comic. We don't talk about it much. We'll talk about an event or a character that had an impact in issue 33 or something, but we don't get to really experience those, issues. So we've decided we're going to reread the whole series monthly. And
by trade paperback.
So the new readers were done by a hardcover copy. This time we'll be doing it by trade. So it's going to be, what is that, 4 or 5 issues or so?
Yeah, I think it starts out more in the first couple.
I think it was less. Isn't the first one
There are only 4 issues
6
per trade?
Oh, really? Oh, I don't know.
Usually trades are always 6 to 7.
Grab that shit.
Okay, I'll grab it.
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about.
And what's
comic
cool
book.
is that, like, you normally when an announcement is made like this, you're like, oh no, here it goes. It's like the end. It's like Movie Pass, you know. Movie
No, the
Pass
thing
was
is,
like,
we like doing this in a Movie Pass. Yeah, we want to keep going, and that's the reason why we're making these changes. For the first, so the first one we talk will be 4
holy
issues.
shit, it's only 4 issues long?
Weird.
Yeah,
Wow.
Normally it's more nowadays.
yeah. I think it gets to 5 or 6. Yeah.
It's just
That's what I mean. We don't get to talk about this stuff, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be fun to talk about that again. So it's gonna be me, Bill, and TJ getting to talk about older issues, trade per month, which is crazy because that means we're gonna be going for 2 years before we finish.
exactly.
So I mean, if we did, I mean, that was another thing. It's like it'd be
Maybe
nice
by
to
then
do
we'll have
more.
some Invincible
Well, that's what I
movie
mean.
news.
Maybe by then we're talking about season 2 of Invincible, the animated series.
We'll be talking about our
time
anticipation
travel.
of season 1.
Yeah.
Time travel, that'd be so awesome.
Yep. So yeah, that'll be next episode, and then after the rereader section, we might even do, like, if we have time, maybe we'll throw in a game of Invincible Super Fight or something. We want the episodes to be more fun, a little bit easier to follow along, more segments, and we're excited about it. It's going to be easier on all of us recording, just one Invincible episode a month. So yeah, if you have any ideas, any input. I know we've had people reach out about being guests. I mean, we want to explore more. We want to do more types of episodes. So if you have ideas, if you want any, want to let us know what you think of this news, please get in touch with us, either Twitter, Facebook, email. Like I said, email is theinvinciblepodcast@gmail.com. But that's it. More on that next month for our more on that in 2 weeks for our first monthly episode. Moving on, TJ, you're going to New York Comic Con, aren't you?
I am.
Are you still going to New York Comic Con? You are
Yes, I
going,
am.
right? When is that?
That is October 4th through the 7th.
Okay, so we have a ways before then.
Yep.
Okay. So for some reason I was thinking it was like 4 weeks away. I wanted to start letting people know that you were going to be there.
What, 5 or 6 weeks away?
Yeah, but there's still a couple episodes of the podcast. Or
Yeah.
maybe actually, wait, it's October what?
It'll be 2.
Oh,
October 4th.
October 4th?
Yeah.
Which, if our next episode is October 7th, that will be... Oh, no, we'll have an episode October 5th. So, yeah, you will be gone for the next episode. But we'll talk more about that on next...
I won't be gone for the next episode.
No, yeah.
The one
in 2 weeks.
after that, I should probably still be on it too.
You're right, 'cause
but
we'll
it'll
record it
release
before.
when I'm gone.
Exactly. So, on October 7th, we'll talk more... September 7th, in 2 weeks, we'll talk more about TJ going to New York Comic Con. Other than that, the final episode of the Imperious Rex show came out, where those guys were doing their Summer of Invincible thing, where they were kind of reading all of Invincible, releasing 3 episodes. They were kind of doing it, they're basically doing like a new reader, but by compendium. They broke it up.
Which is so insane.
I can't
to
believe-
keep all your thoughts, like, and
Yeah,
to
which
hit
is
everything.
Yeah, which is one reason we wanted it in the monthly episodes to break it down into trade, to actually talk a little bit more, because those new readers go so long. There's so much to talk about. But they also released the episode that we were on too, earlier today, that Bill and I were on. So give that a listen. Imperial Rex show. It's on YouTube. There was
The way
also
they edit is very cool.
yes. Did you like their like intro song for the episodes is really good. It's they set it to music and it cuts to different scenes of Invincible, and they do a really good job editing it.
Yeah.
There was also something that came out that the Invincible podcast Twitter handle retweeted, just came out. It's called the James T. Eversole Jr. podcast, and they're just a strictly YouTube show where they did a fan casting for the Invincible movie that just came out. You guys should definitely listen to it. They did a really good job fan casting it. It was the entire episode was just them going in depth and fan casting. Not the typical
Who did they have?
actors. I'm not gonna ruin it.
Oh, come on.
I'm not gonna ruin it. I will say though that their mark is one of my favorite marks by far.
Can you just tell us what the mark is and we won't say anything
No,
else?
it's the one they save for the last. I'll tell you this
all
one.
right, spoiler alert.
No. I'll tell you. The one of the guys, because there's 3 guys on it. One of the guys for Rexplode. I'll tell you that one. I liked his Rexplode. I don't know if we've talked about this at all. What about the guy from Chronicle? He was also in.
Oh.
He was also in.
Are you talking about the good guy from Chronicle or the bad guy?
No,
from
the bad
Chronicle?
guy.
No.
I kind of like that.
Oh no, that played Green Goblin and the Amazing
Yes.
Spider. Ugh,
Absolutely
Gabarf.
Really?
not.
Gabarf, dude.
No, I wouldn't mind that.
He was in. He's not.
Maybe the good guy from Chronicle.
I don't remember.
yeah,
what he
He's
was
been in
in.
a couple other
I can
things
see-
too. He was in. Was he in Power Rangers? No, that's not him. I've seen him in a couple other things though, and I like him.
Did you see? The movie
Speaking
that
of
he
Power
was in?
Rangers though, fucking that guy.
That guy,
The Red Ranger?
Wait, no. He was in Stranger Things. Anyway, as Billy or whatever, right? What's his name? Billy. He was like the brother of the girl.
I was talking about Jason from Power Rangers.
Yeah, from the movie.
Was he the brother?
Yeah.
Oh, he was. He was with the long
mullet?
hair.
Oh, yeah, that was him. Yeah.
Steve from Stranger Things came up in their fan casting as well. Go ahead.
Valerian.
Yes, he was in Valerian.
Okay, so he was in Valerian. He acted a lot like Rex Splode.
Dude,
in
he
that
could
movie.
pull off Rex.
Like
He's kind
very
of cocky.
Very cocky. Did you see Valerian in the
Yes.
World of 1,000 Worlds, 1,000 Planets?
Unfortunately,
It was
I
very
did.
bad. It was very bad.
Really disappointing.
A lot of great ideas in that movie,
Yeah.
but just terribly executed.
Yeah.
I don't like
Really
him at all
long,
for
too.
Rex.
Very long.
I'm okay with him. And then finally, the newest issue of Amazing Spider-Man by Ron Ottley came out this week, and there was yet another Invincible Easter egg. Did you guys see that one?
I saw what you put on
Someone else put
Twitter,
on.
but yeah, he had the Viltrumite.
Yeah, I want to give them a shout
Empire.
out. Actually, I'll just go to the picture because they found it. I hadn't read it yet, and was it Sadi Mamedov? I'm so sorry, I'm screwing up your name, man. They posted this on Twitter. See this? At one point during the issue, Spider-Man's getting sponsorships, and he has the Burger Mart logo and the Viltrum Empire logo. Freaking Ottley.
That's crazy. He just can't let it go, can he?
That's so cool.
He's got to
I
keep
love it.
throwing those in there.
I love it. Keep them coming. I love scouring issues. I went back to issue 1 and 2 and tried looking for ones, but there's nothing. So that does it for our Invincible related news items. We're ready to go on to our main discussion.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, and Die 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 came out this week too, but none of us read it yet, right?
No, and I didn't even know it came out.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. I hate to say that it's not on my radar enough, but it just came out so quick and it was such a thing.
Yeah. But didn't read it yet. I'm excited to read it. We'll probably talk more about it on the Oblivion Song podcast or next Invincible. All right. Battle Beast. So we did our poll, like we usually do for these, character discussion episodes, and we put it out there, and we said, who would you want for our next in-depth discussion for a character discussion? And there was 103 votes, which I want to say was the most votes we've ever had for one of these polls. And it was between Battle Beast, Monster Girl, Dinosaurus, and the Immortal. I gotta say, the Immortal had a lead for a while.
It had a
I
lead for
voted for the
way
Immortal.
too long.
Did you
You know what I
Really?
almost did? So I voted for the Immortal on my Twitter page. I almost voted for the Immortal again on the
Oblivion
Oblivion
Song?
Song
Such an
Twitter.
asshole.
I didn't though. I didn't.
You didn't vote at all with Oblivion Song, or did you
No,
vote for
I
someone
didn't.
else?
I
Oh,
didn't.
okay.
vote- No, I didn't think that'd be fair. But I wanted Immortal.
He's if it makes you feel any better, he still wouldn't have won. But he did have a lead for a while there. I was surprised. And then Dinosaurus was getting trounced. And then he started coming back.
Yeah.
I feel like if it had gone a little bit longer, Dinosaurus might have stood a chance. 'Cause
All
there
the-
was a lot of people rooting for Dinosaurus.
There were a lot of late people to the show, and it just seemed like everybody who showed up late was Dinosaurus, because he was at nothing.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden he was in. Wasn't he in the
He came
lead
to-
for a little bit?
Maybe for a minute him and Battle Beast were tied. Like it was close. And then Dinosaurus and then Battle Beast just pulled ahead. He had it. So 34% went to Battle Beast, 24 to Dinosaurus, 23 to Immortal, and then 19 for Monster Girl.
Here's the thing: there is a lot to talk about if we were to talk about Monster Girl, because she actually has a lot of backstory.
She has a lot.
And then the same thing with Immortal. Like, we could talk about Immortal.
I disagree. I think Immortal would be the quickest.
It
One
would
of the
be-
quickest.
it would be the
Then again,
quickest,
he's
but-
got the future stuff.
Yeah, and we could talk about like
Everything with
what
Kate.
he did as Abraham Lincoln. And,
I feel like Battle Beast is gonna be pretty quick.
I think Battle Beast is going to be pretty quick. I thought it was
Yeah.
going to be longer, but I was kind of surprised with how
Hey,
quick his
remember
was.
that time that Battle Beast was like, "I need to fight somebody,"
And then
he
he,
did something
fought
badass.
somebody.
But that's what we're doing.
Yep.
Battle Beast 1.
So yeah,
Thok.
Battle Beast. First issue.
Sounds like you're saying.
I'm saying Thok.
Thok. Thagg. Man, remember when he didn't have a name? Back in issue 19 when he made his first appearance.
On Earth.
Yeah. So issue 19 was when Titan recruited Mark to help him out with an issue he had, and they...
With Machine Head.
Yeah, they storm into Machine Head's, like, New York skyscraper.
Penthouse.
Yeah, his penthouse. And we later learned that this is kind of like a turf war thing between Titan and Machine Head. And I think Titan used to be one of his goons, too, at one point.
So... All right, well...
Go ahead.
Continue. No.
Well,
he breaks in, or they break in, and they talk to Machine Head, and Machine Head's like, basically says, you gotta take out my goons to get to
boys.
me. So what I was gonna say was, knowing what we know about Battle Beast, how is he working for Machine Head?
That's why I said it was kind of weird.
Machine Head promised him
Battle.
That's it. He's like, hey, I need somebody to do all my dirty work. I assume this is fairly early on in Battle Beast's exploration. You know what I mean? Because obviously, later on in the series, if Battle Beast showed up on Earth, he'd be like, there is no one here strong enough to face me. But if a guy that can teleport and a guy with a robot face said, hey, this is a world where there's superheroes. I need you to protect me. You know what I mean? Like, I guess pay you. I don't know. give you the chance.
I guess, yeah, to your point, it would be so below Battle Beast.
And we can't even say that at the time Kirkman didn't know, because he's described in this, like, in this issue, he says, there's no one here, and he bounces. Like, for all we know, maybe, I mean, he does say, like, Machine Head says, allow me to introduce you. First up is Battle Beast, Scourge of the Twin Galaxies, whatever that means. He likes to take trophies, so make sure your neck doesn't meet one of his weapons at the wrong angle. He says whatever that means. Maybe he's only been there for like a couple of weeks.
I will say that what happens next is very Battle Beast. He fucking owns this whole...
Yes.
And he's a nobody at this point. We don't even know who this guy is, and he just fucking owns everybody. Mm-hmm. This is also the first appearance of Magnetak and Kursk.
Tether Tyrant. Furnace.
Magmaniac.
Yep. Yeah, Magnetak. Yeah, there's Magnetak and Magmaniac. My God. So yeah.
Who is Magnetak?
Magnetak is the guy with all the metal sheets.
He was big in
he
not
fought
Guardian the Galaxy. He fought the dog
in Invincible Universe.
Yeah.
Le Bruiser.
Yeah.
Le Bruiser. I don't know. He fought. Yeah.
The Invincible Presents, right?
No, that was in
it was
Invincible Universe.
Universe, that's it. Yeah.
They all had their own issue.
Yeah, it was in the Le Bruiser issue. But yeah, so Mark and Titan fight all these goons. Most of them are jokes. And every now and then you see Battle Beast fighting. Him getting like knocked away or something like that. At one point, he faces off against Mark and beats the shit out of him. He's actually the one that I think knocks out Mark, lays him out, and he hits him over the head with his big spiked mace, and Battle Beast is sitting over him. Well, even before that, he's saying, impressive, you could be the strongest thing in this world, but I am not of this world. And then once Mark is knocked out, he's like, I have conquered 1,000 worlds, countless enemies, galactic empires tremble at the sound of my name. What threat could a boy hold for me?
So what the fuck is he doing with
Machine
Machine Head?
What? Maybe it has to be the fact that he just got there. He had to have. Maybe he showed up on Earth. Yeah. Machine Head recruited him somehow, and yeah, I don't know. The Guardians of the Galaxy, which kind of the Teen Titans. They're
of the globe.
Yeah. Sorry, shit, I did it.
Galaxy.
I did it.
You can't ever just say Guardians of the Globe. You have to make the mistake of saying Galaxy first and then correct it.
And then from now on,
every time.
The Guardians of the Globe showed up. And at this point, it's like the OG, like Teen Titans and Black Samson and Shrinking Ray and Immortal. And they show up and start fighting them. And you don't see Battle Beast for a little bit, but the next time you see him is one of the most badass things like he's ever done. It's him just standing there holding up Bulletproof and Black Samson by the heads, and his hands are the size of their heads, and he's just holding them up. Is this the best you can offer? I could kill you all with my bare hands, but it would prove nothing. I came for the sport, the thrill of the hunt. I was told this realm offered fierce and worthy combatants. I was deceived. You have nothing to offer me. You have been a pathetic waste of my time. Today is not a good day. He throws them down and then teleports through this reddish pinkish door and is gone. So he was told that this realm offered fierce and worthy combatants. So somebody lied to him. Maybe that was Machine Head. Mm-hmm. Maybe somebody else sent him there. Either way, that's why he was there. That's such a badass entrance, too, to just fuck everybody up and then bounce.
I think what's even more badass is that you don't see him again until issue 55.
Right? The gaps are so long.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what do you guys think of him teleporting away? Because I have a headcanon theory. One of those like crazy Kirkman type things where I can make it make sense.
How would it not make sense?
I don't think.
Why is he doing it now? He's never done it before.
I don't think that there's an issue with it because I imagine that he's always had that ability, but why would he ever need to use it? Because I mean, like, he always wants to fight. He always wants to be in the fight. The only other time that I can think that he would want to use it but couldn't is the next time we see him when he's imprisoned.
Yeah. That was the weird thing.
I just took it as like a piece of technology that he had that he no longer has.
And what piece of technology could he have now that he never has again?
Do you mean in issue 19?
It's his helmet. His helmet allows him to teleport.
Oh, I was going to say this is the only time that we see him with his helmet on.
That's what I'm going to say. This is the only time we ever see Battle Beast with a helmet. Do you guys like the helmet?
No.
I know we have a comment later about it.
We know him.
Yeah.
That's all.
I think it's cool looking.
I think if we saw him with the helmet the entire way through,
we'd like the helmet.
And then he wasn't wearing the helmet, and you asked
like, "Oh, it's weird."
No, we don't like
Well, I have a question for you. So Thanos in Infinity War, the entire time did not have the helmet on.
Yeah, and I remember seeing the trailers and everybody being like,
"Where the fuck is his helmet?" Blah blah blah. Yeah. You like him without his helmet on,
so
don't
much
you?
Better,
isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And you see like the first scene. He takes the helmet off.
Yeah,
and you're like,
it's done.
I don't need that helmet.
Yeah, you don't need it at all. In fact, when you saw it with the helmet on, when he was facing the Hulk on the Thor ship, you were like, that doesn't look right.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't look good.
Yeah.
Not good like bad, just like it looks kind of like Thanos wouldn't wear a fucking helmet because he's not there for a show. He's there to fucking kick ass and take names.
Yeah. One tiny reference to Battle Beast is in issue 23, where for a second we see the race of Battle Beast's people on the Council for the Coalition of Planets.
And that actually looks like Battle Beast.
And he has the helmet and everything. It's
black and red.
It's most likely not the same ambassador.
What's the ambassador's name?
Mock.
That's right.
So we do see it for a second there.
And a Galdarian.
But that was it. And a Galdarian and a Unopan. And yeah. So that and then again to win it. What issue is that, TJ?
55.
55.
55, the prison break.
This is such a cool issue. So this is when after Nolan was captured.
He's captured.
From Thrax.
He's back on Thrax. Is it Thraxa? Is that the name of that planet that we can never think of? You're right. The one with the bugs.
Yeah.
We never can remember that.
What the fuck? Where did that come from?
But this is considered like an all Alan issue. This was while Mark and Eve were busy. And Alan got himself intentionally captured by Anissa to wind up on the same prison ship as Nolan. And they're waiting to kill Nolan, and they can't kill Alan, so they're just kind of hanging out, and they become really good friends.
Oh yeah, they keep trying to kill Alan. That was so
Isn't
funny.
That awesome? I love
crushing him and his face, like as it was trying, is just like, oh, come on.
There you go. So
this is a cool Alan moment.
I love this moment. This is so cool.
So Alan they're getting ready to fight, and he's breaking Nolan out, and they're walking down the hall, and Alan goes, "Here we go." And this is like, he's fucking jacked.
This is like
he's like.
This is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson right here.
Straight up.
This issue is The Rock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He opens his arms up wide, and then I imagine
he punches
through both walls and then down the hallway, and then just flies through, and he's just ripping the entire ship apart.
Mm-hmm. He has this plan where he's like, step 1, cause damage to create distraction. Step 2, free prisoners to make more distraction.
So he rips open all the cells
and freeze them at the same time. And then in step 3, scan the prisoners for any that are formidable enough to make as an ally in our escape. And you turn the page, and it's Battle Beast. Who is brave enough to free Battle Beast? At this point, no helmet, same costume though. looks badass, and Alan's like, oh yeah, that'd be me. I'd be the one to free you. Battle Beast says, I deserve only to find worthy adversaries. You can have my aid only until our two goals no longer coincide. It's like, works for me. So from here on, we've got Battle Beast helping Alan, and then when they break in to the execution of Nolan, they say the word Viltrumite, and Battle Beast is like, Viltrumite? Did you say Viltrumite? Are you the ones I seek, the fabled world conquerors feared across the universe in all corners of the existence? I must face you in battle. Fight me. And then he just goes nuts on the guy and is just off fighting this one Viltrumite while Alan and Nolan are, contending with the other Viltrumite. Which was interesting to think that in this issue, Nolan reveals that there are only a handful of Viltrumites left, right? Which perfectly coincides with the fact that Battle Beast has been, Scourge of 1,000 Suns or whatever that is. He's been searching the entire galaxy looking for him, and he finally found one because there isn't a lot of them.
Yeah.
I have no idea if that was intentional, but I like that. I mean, but it's in the same issue, so it's got to be intentional, right?
It's in the same issue. We're talking about people that connect tie-ins and spin-offs from fucking 4 years prior.
You're right.
And this is
people
the same issue.
That connect little things in the background
to
things
so that's
that
why
are
talking
even in
about
the same series.
You're talking about a story thread that was introduced one panel prior.
Yeah, maybe that's why I haven't maybe the thing is I never really made that connection that the reason why he hasn't seen them before is because there's so few of them. Totally. He goes on fighting that Viltrumite,
and they're in space now,
and that's it. We never see what happens. He's fighting that Viltrumite over and over, and
in space,
and then Nolan and Alan leave without making reference to the fact that Battle Beast is still fighting that Viltrumite, and we don't see him again for how many issues?
Oh my gosh!
Oh god, that was 55.
It was 73. We next see him.
So 55 to 67 is where I have. Well, this might not actually be him.
Oh, 67?
Well, no, this is probably another coalition member in 67. Let's see. Oh, in 67, Alan and Nolan go to the Battle Beast homeworld and ask to find, Nolan says we knew him as Battle Beast, and there's like an ambassador on their homeworld that says, I know the one you speak of, my planet's favorite son, our world's protector. He brought us this utopia, but in doing so, he became addicted to conflict, invulnerable and immortal. He left our world in search of conflict worthy of his unique abilities. I have never seen him. There are those among us who do not believe him to exist. I pray to live long enough to see his return. We all do. So we don't even see Battle Beast. We get reference to him, but you're right, TJ. We don't see him till 73,
which is the way he comes back. I think is badass and
It's
also
so cool.
a little hilarious.
How? I don't think I caught that until doing this reread, searching through these issues. That he's basically found in space, floating in space.
He's a big icicle, isn't he?
Yeah. And there's the Viltrumite he was fighting.
Yep. That's awesome. Torn to fucking pieces.
He's torso up, chunk of his head missing, and this random alien, scavenging ship finds him.
And he's still saying more, because he wants.
Jeez, how many?
Keep fighting.
What did we say that was, TJ? How many?
60.
It was 6.
No,
it was
that was
55,
the reference.
55 to 73.
55 to 73. Jeez.
18 issues.
So probably 2 years.
Probably more than that.
No, about 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Yeah,
because it would have been
if there's a couple delays
so
in there. And then we get a little bit more frequent Battle Beast. So he's brought to the Coalition by those scavengers, and then we see in issue 75 when it starts with Thaddeus kind of pumping up everybody, saying that the war has come, or the Viltrumite war is over. We're bringing the war to Viltrum. They're attacking Thagg and all of his forces on their home turf. And you turn the page.
He's just there.
And he's just there.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
How did he meet up with them again? And why isn't he fighting them?
He was brought to the Coalition. The Coalition said, hey, we're going to go fight some Viltrumites. And he's like, hell yeah, count me in.
They are Viltrumites.
Some of them. But, he could just straight up start fighting those ones. But
he doesn't know how powerful Alan is, but wouldn't he want to fight Alan?
Yeah,
you'd think Alan...
Because he's not necessarily good.
That's,
right?
You know what?
Battle Beast is not good.
Put a pin in that. I want to talk about Alan versus Battle Beast later.
Okay.
All right.
Alan would win. Go on.
Alan would fucking win.
All right, you're right. So Alan would beat Thagg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. We've talked about that before.
Here's the thing. So Alan was in a Viltrumite prison, correct? And they were trying to like kill him to execute him. Why
So
wouldn't they just?
that makes Mark the strongest then, because Mark stopped Alan.
Right. Yeah.
And
yes.
Thagg.
Oh yeah.
And Thagg beat Battle Beast. So you're right. Okay. One thing to note in this splash page of all these, Tech Jacket, Oliver and Speed Racer and everything that I had never noticed.
Speed Racer, huh?
Speed Racer.
We do that at least.
We do that
one
at
time.
least.
We talk about fucking Space
Racer. Is his gloves. Did
I
you just
already
notice that?
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Isn't that funny?
He's wearing he's a part of their team.
Oh yeah, he does. He
I
does
don't
have
like
the little
it.
fucking.
I never
don't like
noticed that.
it.
I don't know if I like that either.
I love it.
He's got Coalition of Planets gloves on, the little logo, the same logo that's... Oh, I never... You know
Everyone's got it.
It is on Mark's chest.
It's on all of theirs.
It's on Tech
Alan's.
Jacket?
It's on
I think Tech
Alan's.
Jacket's the only
Oh
one.
no, he's got it on
Oh,
his
he
shoulder.
does? Oh, shit.
Oh my god, look at us.
All right, so they are there. I don't remember seeing that on Mark throughout this. Oh my god, it is there every freaking
Wow.
page. I don't remember seeing that. Interesting. So then they go on to the fight, and right away the first Viltrumite that attacks them is Thula. Was it Thula? Yeah, Thula. The one with the blade on the end of her hair. And Battle Beast just charges in there, fight and just goes after her right away.
Maces her in the face.
Yep. And then from there on, there's a lot of him fighting. You'll randomly see him fighting in the background. There's the idea that they have in order to fly through the planet. So when Thaddeus, Nolan, and Mark fly through the planet, Battle Beast is knocked unconscious because we see him like kind of floating right here somewhere, right there. He's knocked out, and then he takes up a good chunk of the page on the second explosion, and then we don't see him again. He's kind of passed out, floating through space like he does. Yeah, you actually see a panel of him floating in space, and he's just kind of floating there. Issue 76, he shows up when Thagg is fighting Nolan, and
He just goes to take on
yeah,
Thagg.
he says, finally, a worthy adversary. Finally, I will have my... And then Thagg takes him, throws him, and says, a nuisance at best.
I never forget the noise that he makes. Like, because Thagg grabs him by the face, like
Yeah.
the jaw, and he's like, Gah!
He looks a lot like a cat there.
He does. And I think that's why I can't forget.
Yeah. And he throws him right past Alan, kind of helping him by clearing away some Viltrumites, and then goes drifting into space, which is where he goes for 40 issues.
What?
106
Wait,
is the next time we see
76
him.
to 40 to 106. Is that 40 issues?
That's 30 issues.
30. 80, 80, 90, 100.
Yes.
Oh my
30
Yeah,
issues.
30
God.
for 30 issues, we don't see Battle Beast again until issue 106. So
And it starts off with him.
yeah. So yeah. Ugh. Grab the next volume here. So in issue 106, the issue opens up, splash page of this alien race. And this alien race is basically begging for forgiveness, saying that you're right, I was obsessed with power, I shouldn't have treated my people poorly, I will never do it again. And someone says, yeah, that last part is true, you will never do it again. And it's Battle Beast using his mace and slicing this guy's head off, this alien creature. So he went drifting through space and just
Crash landed on a planet.
crash landed somewhere, and then has been going planet to planet, just doing what he does, right? Is
So
that
here-
is that what happened?
Here is why
Does he still have the coalition
we're
gloves
getting
on? No, he doesn't.
No.
we're getting to the reason why I feel like there needs to be a Battle Beast novel or something along
yeah.
those lines.
Yeah. We're gonna talk more about that at
To
the end. I have a whole
the,
section.
Connect the dots.
Oh yeah. So 106, he's liberating these people, killing all of them, and then Space Racer shows up because Alan sent him. So at this point, Alan sent Space Racer to help them because he has a mission for him. So somehow the Coalition found Battle Beast. Maybe they heard about this destructive cat going through the universe. And they sent Space Racer after him. He asks him for help, and he agrees. And this is when we meet Thresha, who is kind of his girlfriend, I guess.
I don't think she is yet. I mean, he just went there and he freed her people, and she said thank you, and then she said take me with you, and he said all right, I guess.
Yeah, which
they're walking away with his arm around her and her arm around him.
He's kind of she's his thing, his little buddy.
Kumquat.
Yeah.
Do you think Battle Beast speaks more than I remember him speaking? Do you think he like has a low like
definitely,
beastly,
and it's got to have a little bit of a purr to it too. Definitely, you could try it.
Okay, all right. What? Give me some
How
dialogue.
about yes, this world holds no more challenges for me to face.
Yes, this world holds no more challenges
Maybe
for
not.
me to face.
Actually, that bit at the end there really wasn't that bad.
It wasn't bad.
So Thresha begs to come with him, and Battle Beast in this issue alone has some of the best reactions because she's like begging him, and then it's the still panel, and it's please, and he's like okay, and we see that again later when Battle Beast arrives to the Coalition, and
she says, I'm hungry. Can I eat this? And he says no.
Yeah.
But he thinks about it.
Yeah.
Doesn't he think about it?
For a second.
Yeah.
No. Yep. And this issue ends with the reason that Alan sent for Battle Beast. At this point, Nolan had faced off against Thagg and chose to show mercy and release him, because death is too good a punishment and all that, and he wanted to prove that, people can change and everything. And Alan got word and was pissed off that Thagg was set free. So, the end of this issue is Alan saying, you'd be able to track a Viltrumite knowing that they'd have to go planet to planet from habitable planet to, habitable planet. It shouldn't be hard to track him, right? And Battle Beast is like, yeah.
Why are you telling me this?
Yeah, I want you to hunt him down and I want you to kill him. And one of the best images of Battle Beast is just him grinning at the end of this issue. Mm-hmm. So we know that this world-conquering creature has now been pitted up against Thagg, and so we know that a fight is coming.
So the next time we see him is in 9 issues.
Yeah, 115.
Yeah, where he is on his ship with Thresha, and
he's on the cover of 115.
Now, yes, this is like
only, the iconic cover.
Yeah, the only cover for a while. This was Ottley's banner at conventions.
Yeah,
he had this big banner behind him
of Battle Beast charging.
It's that green background. Such a sick cover. It is in people's favorite cover list, I think. Mm-hmm. People always talk about this cover. It's so cool.
He is on his ship hovering over a planet. He's with Thresha, and it looks like they just got done doing that dirty, doing the nasty. And
they're all bloody, and he even says, "You are the first female to make me bleed." I think I'm in love.
She says that, I was told that you were the best at everything, and now I know it's true.
Just him showing a little bit of compassion and having a pucker face, like a kissy face, is very weird.
It is. It is weird. And like this moment, like he says, "I think I'm in love," and then immediately goes to fight. That's it. That was his. Like he found love right before he found death, essentially. Like,
oh my gosh, can we just talk about him
jumping
out of? He jumped out of his spaceship.
First off, Space Racer contacts him and says it's been confirmed that
he's on the planet.
Thagg is on the planet that you're orbiting.
Mm-hmm. At this point, we don't know what planet. And he's like, we advise you wait for backup. You know what I mean? And he's like, it's confirmed, finally. And he splash page of him leaping from the ship, no longer with a mace.
No, he has a hammer and a gigantic Final Fantasy VII sword.
Yes, it's a Final Fantasy sword with like spikes on the end. And then we see, oh shit, it's the planet.
Telescria?
No,
not Telescria.
Damn it, Bill, we had it. We did so good. Is it Thraxa?
Is it Thraxa? What's his girlfriend's name?
Thresha.
Thraxa. What is the name of the Viltrumite with the blade on the end of her hair?
Thula.
Thula. Thresha,
was on
Thexa.
What is Alan's girlfriend's name?
Oliver's girlfriend?
Yes, Oliver's.
Haluma and Thresher were on Thraxia with
Thresha.
Thuma? The girl with the hair? The blade hair?
Yeah, Thula.
Oh, man, that's hard.
No M. Thula. Man.
What is written on this page?
Oh.
Thum.
Thum. Well,
I love this page. This panel of him holding out both weapons and like standing in the smoke.
Can you imagine watching this fucking episode?
Oh my God.
Can you
This is going to be
imagine?
like the episode 9 of Game of Thrones. You know what I mean? Like the
Yeah,
episode
dude.
where it's like, oh shit.
Yep.
Building up to this. When the animated series, and it's going to get to this point because the animated series has to be successful. It's going to be awesome. And when it gets to this point, this episode is going to be bananas. This has to be the entire episode, just like this issue, right?
Oh my God,
the
yes.
entire thing.
Yeah.
This could be like the entire second
Season?
half of a season. It could. Like,
Oh.
like if they needed time to if they wanted to buy time in the show for like,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, to get all their other stuff in order, and they needed Thagg to stay in one place, they keep jumping to
I want them to
the
pace it
fight.
that way.
Yeah,
I think that they
keep
should pace
jumping
it that
to the
way.
fight with Battle
Like they do
Beast
in this, where they
in
keep
every
cutting to it?
episode, Yeah.
Oh my
For
God.
like 5 episodes or something. You know, that'd be awesome.
Well, this issue is all this fight.
Yeah.
And then
I like that. I
And
like how
then,
it's-
and I think that it should be that way. And then I think that it should be paced the same way, where it's like a 5-minute clip of them fighting, and then it goes back to something completely different. It needs to be
Oh my
paced
God.
that way.
So Thagg is there. He says, I have defeated you before, easily as I recall. And then Thresha, Jesus, we just did all those tongue twisters. Thresha immediately deploys all the Ragnars without, like, Battle Beast approving of it.
And he sees it as a betrayal. He says, "Why did you betray me?" And she says, "Because I love you, and I promised Alan that you know I'd save you."
Yeah.
She says, "I'm sorry," but he doesn't want the help. He wants the glory of doing it himself.
Yes. And I love how Thagg is, like, well played. Like, question for you guys. Battle Beast would have won, right? If Battle Beast hadn't have cut himself, hadn't have let the Ragnars, like, interfere.
I don't know, because he gets Thagg gets fucked up by
the Ragnars.
So
That's
we
what I
have no
mean.
way of knowing. We literally have no way of knowing.
Well, that's what I mean. I feel like Battle Beast could have easily won.
I don't think so. I don't think so, just because he was grabbed by the face and then tossed.
The Ragnars spilled Thagg's guts. Yeah, I don't know. And Battle Beast has no problem with the Ragnars. He's cutting them down. He's helping. And then Thagg's like, you are a fool to assist me. Battle Beast says this planet will be torn apart by the fury of our clashing. I will allow nothing to steal that from me.
I feel like this whole issue is very like anime dialogue.
Yeah, definitely. And then the Thraxans, are we going to call them? Show up, protect the Monarch. Do you guys remember when we first read this? Do you think that we knew in this moment that he had already procreated with these creatures? I don't remember knowing, because I remember this issue.
I don't think we did, because I remember thinking like, this is going to be the end of Thagg. They're going to move on to a different storyline.
Oh, really?
Thagg has lasted way too long. We need a new. I remember thinking like, it's time for a new villain.
Yeah.
And
so you were all in the camp that Battle Beast was
come.
definitely going to win.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I thought. That sounds
what I
familiar,
thought
though.
either.
That sounds familiar. Like I might have thought that.
we never
because
thought
he
that
had
it was
already
gonna
gone
end,
through
and
his.
We were like, we were ready for a new villain.
He had the fight with Nolan. He lost. So maybe this was going to be Battle Beast killing him, and then maybe Battle Beast becoming a villain or something. So Battle Beast says that what I do here will have meaning. I will at long last prove that I am worthy of my gift. You will give me the glory of battle I have yearned for. I will do nothing to sully this victory. I will accept no advantage.
Not only that, but we now know in this issue that Robot is bad. So I remember like.
You're right.
Thagg
This was after.
Thagg is done, because now we got to get into the robot stuff.
You're right. So yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah.
This issue was the issue. I want to say this was the issue that had just come out when we saw Ryan Ottley for the first time in Boston at Boston Comic Con.
Yeah.
So Battle Beast slices open his own guts, and Thagg's like, "Have you lost your mind?"
But look at the look of like
He
the
lost
smirk on his face. He's like, this guy's fucking crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, Thagg talks about how he was bred to kill, how he's bred to win, and he says, "You think this is a game?" And he's like, "This is what I live for. This is my life." And we get one of the best splash pages in the history of Invincible. is the two of them charging at each other with, again, TJ, that kind of somewhat anime-esque inspired, like, background.
Of the,
the motion lines and
action
everything.
lines.
So cool.
Action lines.
Action
or
lines.
motion lines.
They're called action lines.
You don't know what they're called.
Well, they are.
Where did you hear action lines from?
Oh my God.
I collect commissions.
And then these, all these panels going through the fight, all the different instances. The moment with in the center with Battle Beast biting Thagg's face, which is how we know, we find out he loses an eye. Yeah, and that issue ends with finding out that he sired all those babies.
Peter Parker.
Hey, it kind of does look like
Oh my
Peter
God,
Parker.
it is Peter Parker. But it's William.
William, issue 116 is the first time we see Meanwhile or Elsewhere, and it's just
An uppercut.
One full page of them fighting.
Yep.
And then 117, one full page of them fighting.
No, we don't see him fighing again, honestly.
It's 117, and then not 118.
You
and
sure in
then back to
117?
119. I could have sworn it was 117. Am I wrong?
Oh, you're right. I'm wrong. So 117 Elsewhere,
we get a
more.
lot of it.
Yeah. Elsewhere, more than likely not at the exact same moment. In fact, this is happening after Mark and Leaf leave the planet. So yeah, which is kind of cool. In that little comment thing, it Kirkman says technically this fight is happening long after everything with Mark and Eve. That's interesting. So yeah, more fighting between the two of them. Let's see, then revel in it soon after. Yeah. And then more in 119. I think 119 we get...
Is the iconic full page
Oh,
of them.
yeah. God, I love that page.
Mike
Flying and
Barrett
jumping at each
has
other.
this page.
He has this fucking page?
Yeah, he's very proud of it. It's like
Oh,
his
yeah.
favorite page.
Yeah, dude.
And it should be.
It is awesome. And I love how there's a series of those. There's like 4 different pages that are similar
Look
to
like
this.
that, yeah.
So Alan says in that thing that he says they're still
They're
fighting.
still fighting?
It's been days.
You can't get anywhere close to them. No, they're moving across the planet at a rapid rate in a really erratic pattern. Truthfully, I can't determine whether Battle Beast is winning or losing this fight. He could be seconds away from killing Thagg at all times. I'm worried my interference would be a detriment. Wow. Yeah.
And then
Then in issue 122, I've got a little bit of...
are we moving ahead?
No, we're good. Oh, wait.
Issue 120.
You're right. Sorry. I grabbed
yeah.
the wrong one. I forgot I had... Where is it? Do you have it, TJ?
I have it, yeah.
Go ahead.
In issue 120, which the cover is Thagg just completely bloodied, and I love this cover. His eyes like popping out, his jaws completely cut up to like his jawbone.
This is the most... We talked about this
It's
cover
brutal.
on the Blood and Guts episode. This is... I don't even like looking at this right now. This is the most disgusting thing ever in Invincible. His ear, even a piece of his ear,
Yeah.
it's disgusting.
That's nothing. You can see his skull through
Everything.
his...
Right before, when the previous issue ended, it was Alan coming up to Mark and saying, I know what I said, but things have taken a turn on the Thagg mission. I don't think Battle Beast is going to succeed. I hate to ask you this, but I need you to go in while Thagg is weakened. It may be our only chance.
So the first page of issue 120 is near dead Battle Beast, and he's saying thank you, because he didn't. When he talked to Thagg before, when they first started fighting, he said, "I'm looking for someone that's either worthy of me fighting, is my equal, or even better than me, that can give me my glorious death." Mm-hmm. And now he got that glorious death.
This is a curse to forever fight, to keep traveling, to keep fighting, to keep killing until someone can kill him.
He finds someone worthy.
Yeah.
And Thagg was worthy.
Yep.
He killed him.
It's done. And
He rips his
look at the
intestines
amount
out.
of blood that Ryan
This
Ottley had to draw. Look at
whole
all the little
splash page
droplets.
is just red.
There's so much red on this page.
Red down
Bill, what
there.
does that say?
It says squisk.
Squisk.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah. Thagg passes out. He has his guts. Whose guts are those? His or Battle Beast? Battle Beast, right?
Battle Beast,
Oh,
yeah.
oh.
They're wrapped
Oh,
around
that
his
one,
wrapped
yeah,
around his
those are
wrist.
definitely Battle Beast.
And then the last time we see Battle Beast laying
This is
there.
not the last time we see
No, I
Battle
know.
Beast.
But the last time we see him like this, he's just laying there with his like entire chest cavity opened up. He's just
I don't like it.
Yep. Thresha freaks out. She's extremely upset about it. And then what is it? The end of this issue?
The end of the same issue, yeah. The people come up to Thagg and they say, "How fare you, Monarch?" And he shows up the first time in his Battle Beast cape and says, "My health is improving." This, aside from the Battle Beast cape, aside from the blue and yellow Invincible costume, I think is the most iconic costume in Invincible.
I can't tell you guys how disappointed I was when he was wearing Battle Beast like that. Like, I can't, like, the feeling of betrayal.
It's so sad.
It's so sad.
I don't think it would have been as impactful if it had all happened in one issue. The fact that we went, when did their fight start? 115? So it went from 115 to 120. Okay, so
6 issues.
So yeah, 6 months.
That's 6 months.
6
Half
months
a
of
year.
us not knowing who won the fight.
Realistically, way longer than 6 months.
Probably.
This was
maybe.
This was
Was
all
this a long
around.
time?
This was everything up until like the last 12 issues. It was really bad.
So
Not bad, like not good.
bad.
I mean, delays.
just
The
there
delays
were a
were
couple.
bad. No, I mean the delays were bad.
at one point they actually mentioned during that issue that they burned his body before getting to this final page. So they skinned him and burned his body. Then only a couple more things that I want to touch on. Grab that, Bill. In 122, we see Ambassador Mock on the council. This is when Alan, that gross green alien, freaks out.
Yeah, that was like, what's the voice we gave her? Yeah, I was like, you're kind of wagon.
That sounds just like her.
Yeah.
That is actually like.
Yeah.
There we go. In 12 years, when we get to this scene,
I'll do it.
You can voice act it.
Okay.
Perfect. But there's a moment when Ambassador Mock kind of goes up to Great Alan, and he basically apologizes on behalf of her. And at one point, Alan says, I'm glad to have this moment. I know it's been a while, but I've been meaning to express my condolences for your loss. I know Battle Beast was very important to your people. And Ambassador Mock says, the one known as Battle Beast was a great many things to my people, and his loss is felt in all corners of my world. I'm grateful he was found and became a part of the coalition. The real tragedy would have been us never knowing his fate. He will be missed. And then Alan says, were there ever any others like him on your planet? Ambassador Mock says, never. His ferocity has yet to have a match among our people, but there is prophecy of another. Bum, bum, bum.
And then we meet her and see her in 2 pages.
No. In issue 135, we actually see Thagg. This was during the whole final, final issues of the series. Thagg arrives on the Battle Beast planet. Remember that? And it was he actually says the one known as Thagg. So we got a name for Battle Beast. Do you like that we have a name for Battle Beast?
No.
I don't like the name.
You don't like the name
I don't
itself?
think
It's the
you'd
name
be-
that I don't care for.
I don't think
It's
you'd
not
be
the fact
happy-
that there is a name.
I don't think you'd be happy at all. It's kind of like when you find out when Joker finds out
Oh, yeah,
Batman's
yeah.
Bruce Wayne. It's like he doesn't want to know because it'll
I think
ruin.
that's different.
No, it's not different.
No, because it's almost like finding out like James Howlett or for Logan, like his actual name or Joker's actual name. You know what I mean? Like finding
Yeah.
out any
I mean, did you
character's
ever-
actual name is
So,
never that exciting.
yeah.
Well, not only that,
But it still was cool. We did freak out when it happened though, because
the
I was like,
thing,
"Oh
though.
shit, he has a name."
before they revealed Thagg,
Yeah.
did you guys think like, oh, I wonder what his real name is?
No.
Like, I just always
No.
thought like people on his planet called him Battle Beast.
Which is why it's kind of cool, though. You know what I mean?
No.
Because it was just in
one
passing.
thing-
It wasn't like big bold
But I,
Thagg.
I didn't think that it was. If it was a mystery, then I would be upset about it. But because there wasn't a mystery that got revealed, you know what I mean? And then it, I don't
Yeah.
know.
One thing that I think it does though is it makes him out to be a normal person or cat person, wherever they are, because he had a name. He was cursed, like his daughter's going to be.
Yep.
She has a name. She wasn't always the new Battle Beast. He wasn't always Battle Beast. He had presume a wife, a daughter, whatever. That's also in that issue 135 when King Rock orders for Mock to be killed. Ambassador Mock, the guy who's been in issues since like 70 something or whatever. Remember, we thought there was going to be something with that. Nothing ever happened. Mach was killed.
Yeah.
He was just flat out killed.
We thought it was going to be like some huge
like a fake
thing.
Like
yeah, we did talk about that for a long time.
Yeah. That's what you just said. Yeah.
But we do get...
I still have green alien like,
God, it's perfect.
Yeah.
I see it. It's like she's sitting next to me.
She is.
And then, of course, issue 144, the final issue. After, let's see, issue 122 to 144, after, I guess, almost years of speculating, I mean, with delays, probably years of speculating the prophecy, that's probably one of the biggest questions that Kirkman would get at conventions and letters, columns. What is the prophecy? Are we going to find out? Even us, during the final issues, we were like, it's going to be this issue. It's going to be this issue. We'll find out. And like when we were coming up with endings, we always came up with like, and then the new Battle Beast shows up. Like we always had all these predictions. On one page, there is a scene. And this ties in nicely with the, King Rock killing Ambassador Mach. A daughter of Battle Beast is seen, and another beast goes up to her and says that all the ambassadors have been killed. You were unstoppable. You were unable to stop. I've seen this before. You share your father's curse. That's the rebels. They killed the rebels.
Mm-hmm.
That is King Rock, or and all of them that kind of gave up and went to the side of the Viltrumites and let the Viltrumites come in, right? Is that what those rebels are?
Because they're all lion people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they took out, I mean, is that the king? I don't know.
He's not wearing a crown or anything.
Yeah, but so that's what's seen, and they say that
this guy's eyeball is hanging out.
It is more poppin' eyes. Blood and Guts episode, we talked about poppin' eyes. And she basically, he says that, rumor is it that your father was killed by a Viltrumite. And then she says that I will make it my life's goal to hunt down a Viltrumite.
Then I know who brought this curse upon me.
Yeah.
So he had a daughter before he was cursed, you think? On the planet?
Yes.
I'd say so too.
Why do we never really
probably
talk
had a
about this?
life.
Because we were all like, oh, she probably, like, we thought that she was going to be like a half Threshin.
Yeah, we thought that.
Yeah.
But we even asked Kirkman, I think, like how, and he said no, it was just from someone else.
He just had a daughter.
He had a
and
daughter.
then
Maybe they live for hundreds and hundreds of years.
They could. We don't know.
So,
I mean, if he can survive in space for that long,
yeah, but
I'm sure
he's
that
cursed.
old age,
he's immortal. He said that he's immortal. That has nothing to do with.
Do you think the
race.
curse is something that allows him to be stronger? Like, is that part of his?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I took it as your father's curse that you
now
have to. No, it's just an obsession to fucking be the best.
I think I always took it as more of an obsession too. You take it as a literal curse?
I take it as like he's one of a kind. Like he brought peace to that planet because he has super strength, and we talked about that. How he's like the Invincible of Earth.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that was pretty much the end of the Battle Beast story. What do you guys? I have some questions now. Well, actually, we do see in one panel that new Battle Beast, whatever her name is.
So
fighting.
Going back to it.
Well, real quick, we do see her fighting alongside the Coalition of Planets against the Viltrumites during the Coalition versus Viltrumite War, and that's the last time we see her. Go ahead, TJ.
What we were saying before, this guy is telling her, you just couldn't stop. You couldn't stop killing. You share your father's curse.
Yeah, but that's not the only thing. That's like the...
But he's not talking about like, oh, you have superpowers or fucking anything like that.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so Mark is a Viltrumite, not a human.
So you think a regular lion person who she just slaughtered hundreds of would be able to fight Thagg?
Yes. Just
You're
like
out
I
of your
don't think
mind.
that the three of us going up against Bruce
I disagree
Lee
with you, TJ.
would fucking win.
TJ, I actually disagree with you there. I don't know if it's a literal curse, but I think it's like a bloodline thing. It's like it's in your father. You share this bloodline. Like this is what you guys like. I don't think there's some kind of mystic curse put on them type thing.
I disagree.
I think we all kind of come at it from a different point of view, though.
I don't think that Battle Beast has superpowers in it.
So you think there's nothing unique about Battle Beast?
No, I don't think that Battle Beast has superpowers in relation to other people from his own planet.
He's like the Invincible to Viltrumites. He's the strong version of the other
I think
beasts.
that he is the superior version of them. He's the strongest person on his planet, but I don't think that he has like superpowers.
Then why wouldn't all of the planet of battle beasts just fucking rise up against Thagg?
Because they're all significantly less.
Because they're like normal fucking people. They're not strong. Battle Beast is
they
one
are
of a
killed
kind.
The
relatively
same reason
easily.
why The Rock is doing what he's fucking doing, and you're like doing what you're doing. Some people are just fucking better than other people.
Wow. First of all, you're wrong.
We touched on it briefly earlier. What would you like to see next? If in a perfect world, what would you like to see next, TJ? Would you want to see a comic? Would you want to see novels? Like, how much more story do you want to see in either Battle Beast or his daughter?
Comic book form. I would want to see crazy action.
How much more do I want to see?
Well, okay, everything, I guess, right?
Of everything or Battle Beast? What are you asking?
Battle Beast.
Either.
Battle Beast?
Like,
What do you want? Do you want a novelization? Do you want another comic book? Do you want a video game? Do you want like...
I'm good.
You think? We talked before about what happened to Battle Beast in all those moments. Do we need a comic that kind of fills those in? Like what
I
happened?
think it would
read
be.
that
I think it would be a
instantly?
very smart idea to do that. Of course, I would read it because it's Invincible.
Well, yeah.
But I was never a huge fan of Battle Beast. I thought he had some really cool moments. But yeah.
Yeah.
I would run to the comic shop to get
If
that
they
issue.
came out with like one shots or they came out with a novel or something, I would want it to be something other than Battle Beast. I feel like
That's
there's
the
a
better
lot-
question, because of
yeah.
course, no matter what it is, Invincible, we're going to read it.
Yeah.
But how high on your list of like stories do you want to see would a Battle Beast story be?
Me,
Not very, not very.
I would say
Pretty top for you.
pretty top for me.
Mine's probably it's up there. It's not super high. I think
'Cause-
I'd want to see more of his daughter and her
Battle Beast
joining
daughter.
the
Okay,
and
yeah.
joining the coalition and fighting the Viltrumites in that kind of area
Mm-hmm.
more so than what we see of him. I kind of like the idea of he's gone off fighting for 40 issues. We don't see him forever, and then
Mm-hmm.
he just shows back up. I'm okay with that. I mean, yeah, we could see stuff.
I want a reason to like her as much as I like Battle
You're
Beast,
right, yeah.
the original one. You know what I mean?
And
So I
especially
would
because
like to
it was
hear,
so built up, like this
yeah,
prophecy.
the prophet or the prophecy shows there's another. Like my God,
Mm-hmm.
we thought so much about that. Do you remember who was it that was it Michael Barrett
Mm-hmm.
or
Did what?
that showed it was the cover of oh my God with it was Cory Walker's variant cover that showed the
That was
shadow.
me.
No,
Oh.
someone said it was Battle Beast. Was it Ben from
Oh,
Nurse Chatting?
yeah.
And the ears looked like
Yes.
Battle Beast
It was
ears.
the Cory Walker
You're talking
variant
about
for 144.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
thought that it looked like Battle Beast because it had the ears and
Someone
everything like
said that. Who was that? Do you remember who that was?
It was
Was it
Ben.
Ben?
It was Ben from
It
Nurse
was Ben,
Chatting.
okay.
Yeah, yeah. Oh man, did we end up deciding what it looked like? Did we
Could've
ever
been her.
talk about that again, or was it the thing that she fought at the end?
Maybe.
I think it was just supposed to be a shape. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a shape.
We did a whole episode on that.
Yeah.
It's just a shape. Other than that, I want an action figure. I think a Battle Beast action figure would be cool. I feel like we might get a Thagg one before that, though.
What
As far as the like next action figures that we would get, you think a Battle Beast would be one of them?
Could be. I don't know. That's close because I feel like Battle Beast is loved more than Thagg is, which is I think ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I feel like we need a villain action figure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we do. That's why I feel like it's going to be Thagg, but I think I want a Battle Beast one a little bit more.
I want a Thagg one more.
what?
What? Come on.
You're crazy. You are nuts.
I
What's
want,
cool?
I want to like play with Invincible and Thagg fighting each other.
I would
throw
I
them
would
in
buy
NBA
I was going to say
again.
I'd buy an extra
Yeah.
too and then throw them in the fire. Scorch them. I do have there was a custom action figure that this guy did. I wanted to show you guys a picture of. This is
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, this is done on, I found it on accustomfigures.com. This one posted by Optimus Prime. This guy made a custom Battle Beast action figure, and it's like perfect. It's just perfect. He took parts from other figures and everything and put this together. Every time I see this figures that the head comes from, I think of Battle Beast. It's actually from Magic the Gathering action figure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that,
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I always think him too.
Right?
Battle Beast too.
A Johnny Goldmane is the figure from Magic the Gathering, and it looks just like Battle Beast, just like it.
even the braids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that'd
Does
be cool.
Does he make any other Invincible type characters?
I don't think he did.
Type in a Rexplode real quick.
Maybe on the Rexplode episode. Well, we already did that. I like this one too. This is a deviant art done by Rotten15 SAMKE. And this was, I think, done before Thagg wearing Battle Beast, and he just calls this it's like a costume. It's like Invincible wearing a Battle Beast costume.
What costume is he wearing? It looks like
it's just the head of Battle Beast.
It looks like a mix of Battle Beast, Invincible, and Korra.
It's just kind of that style, yeah. I think that's sweet looking. I like that.
That is cool looking.
There was just a bunch of different artwork and everything that people. That one
is nuts. Alex McCormick, I have an Alien the Alien from him.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Is that? Have I seen that? I had to.
Sure, you have. Look it up.
It's Alex Cormack, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does really good stuff.
I have a.
This
Batman
cover he did
Batman.
is so sick of Battle Beast.
Yeah,
I love that.
He's awesome.
Of course, Mike Barrett, he gets a lot of Chris Giarusso's sketches, and he got this one of Thagg versus Battle Beast, of that iconic moment of them going up against each other. Walker Swag Alex on Twitter at Walker Swag Alex. He made made one out of clay. He says, "The Battle Beast I made out of clay a few years back. It sucks, but whatever." That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
I like what Ryan Ottley said. He said you can eat cereal out of his mouth. I think that's pretty sweet looking.
I like the Battle Beast that I got from what's his name? Chris Campana.
Oh yeah.
And he made it really big.
Oh,
he
God,
loved doing
so cool.
it too. Like literally, he was like, I told him he could do any Invincible character, and he was just
picked Battle Beast.
Yeah, he picked Battle Beast.
Dude, that's sick. Yeah. I love it. Ben from the Nerds Chatting podcast said, I can't pick a favorite moment with Battle Beast. He is always epic. Thagg fight an essential part, obviously. I'd love to see a limited comic run on the adventures of Battle Beast. Keep him crazy for the show. Animated for the movie like Thanos.
Yeah, what else?
So in the movie, I mean, it couldn't be practical. I think it would have to be.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd probably end up being a mix, right? Have we seen any characters like that in movies? What are
Beauty
some?
and the Beast.
Oh, you're right.
But he was all CG.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it was a guy
walking around. Yeah.
So yeah, just like Beauty and the Beast, I could see that.
Yeah.
What are you showing me, TJ?
Alex Cormack.
I remember that.
Alien the Alien.
That is cool. Then we've got one from Meryl Medina. I'm sorry if I screwed up your name, man. One of my favorite moments was, of course, when Battle Beast wants so bad to have a fair fight with Thagg that he kills the monster Space Racer let loose. I could be remembering that wrong, but it was epic. No, you remember it right. The Ragnars. Oh. And then Sam Burns says, how would y'all feel if Battle Beast was turned into a villain, and this is the big bad for the second movie? Maybe convert the Battle Beast versus Thagg fight into a Battle Beast versus Invincible fight for the movie. Now, we talked a little bit about this, where we weren't sure if Battle Beast or Thagg was going to win. What if Battle Beast did win? Would he move on to have to fight Invincible? Because if Invincible and Alan,
why would he? He just was for no reason at all a part of the coalition.
That's true, but he was promised a fight, and then it's like he seems to obey that curse. I think at some point he would have to fight Mark.
I don't know.
I think
he would move on before.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
You could start that thread and plant that seed and have it turn into something epic like that.
Not only that, but when he first came
it'd be so sad when Mark killed him too.
When we didn't talk about this either. When he first started, when he first came to the planet to kill Thagg said, "Listen, he said, like, if I'm not mistaken, I beat you easily before. However, I see that you have a bloodlust, and I can use someone on my team.
Yeah.
With that's
you're right. He does
I can
say
see that you're powerful." And he said, He said, I may only be looking for blood. However, I do have a moral compass.
Interesting. All right.
Could you imagine, though, if he was if it was so overwhelming for him that, could you imagine the fight between him and Mark? If it did happen, Mark was saying, stop, Battle Beast, stop.
Begging him to stop.
And then him, I defeated the strongest. You're next. He's like, I'm sorry, but this needs to happen. Die with honor. And then they fucking. Could you imagine that?
I could.
Oh, that would be fucking awesome.
Yep.
TJ doesn't want it to happen though because he's TJ.
Digital Pizza over on Twitter says his battle with Thagg is of course epic, and I hope the animated series lasts long enough to get that battle. Battle Beast is awesome, but one thing I didn't care for was the helmet he wore when he first appeared. I think it looked better without it. Yeah, we
agree.
talked a little bit about that.
Yeah.
I liked that he had it, and I like that he doesn't after he had it.
Yeah.
Because it was cool at first, but I don't think he needs it. Walker Swag Alex also showed us a commission he got from Ryan Ottley a few years back, which is awesome. Didn't Ryan Ottley tell us that sometimes he has a hard time with, who was it? Battle Beast?
He said that
because he
anytime-
doesn't want it to look like Wolfman or something.
yeah.
Anytime, or it's one or the other.
Anytime he draws Wolfman, he's got to make it different than
So it
Battle
doesn't
Beast.
look like Battle Beast, yeah.
His Wolfman is awesome.
It is fucking
It is.
Otley's
awesome.
Wolfman is
Oh,
awesome.
yeah. Matt Shipperly, yep, says, I found it interesting on my second read-through when we recognized Battle Beast working for the mob and he demolishes Invincible. Thought it was a cool kind of subtle intro to the character. Curious if the initial plan was for him to come back as he did. It's got to be. That had to have been, like, that was hardcover volume 2, and that's when Kirkman was, like, throwing everything into it. There's so many storylines and threads, and what, he didn't come back for what? How long? Like, it wasn't until the
40 issues.
prison?
19 to 55.
Yeah, so I mean, 19 to 55, yeah. Kirkman put it in his back pocket and was just like, we'll get there someday maybe, and that was it. And then finally, we've got one from Joseph Coral, who says his fight against Thagg was just so fucking awesome. It broke my heart to see it end. Why? But it was what he wanted. In the end, his legacy lives on. That's true. So that does it for Battle Beast. So I think that was it was pretty good, pretty comprehensive look at Battle Beast, right?
Yeah. I think after delving in, we see that there's not a whole lot.
There really isn't. A lot of his character is the fact that he keeps coming back. Like,
Right.
you'll see him do something epic, he'll disappear for
Right.
30 issues, however many issues, and then come back. Even his fight with Thagg, he does something epic, disappears for a while.
And the only real thing that he did of any substance at all was fight Thagg.
Yeah, he helped them during the fight.
Yeah, but not much.
Not much.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do have to give a shout out to the pin and the shirt. There is on the store, you can get a Battle Beast t-shirt. He's one of the few characters who actually gets a shirt. The only one other than Invincible, right? I don't think there's anybody else.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
And
Come
then,
Get us more shirts.
yeah.
Really, Megabacks? I have enough Walking Dead shit. Holy shit.
And then, of course, he has a pin, too. There's a Battle Beast pin. Other than that, that's it. Any other stuff you guys want to talk about? Movies? Mission Impossible 7 was amazing. TJ, we do have to go see it.
You guys went without me.
Did you
We gotta
not?
go see it.
Did you not see it yet?
No.
Come on,
I
TJ.
told you that if you guys went without me, I would not see it in theaters.
Hey, you know what I just watched again
just
not
watch?
too long ago?
What'd you
The
just
Greatest Showman. I watched again.
I watch it every now and then.
You do watch it?
Yeah, we have it.
It's a good show.
Oh,
It's a good movie.
It's a good movie. Did you know that the girls from Rogue Nation, the
Which
opera
one?
singer, the never
Oh, is she really?
never again.
That's her?
That's
Oh,
her.
shit.
Yeah,
Huh.
I don't know if it's her singing, but
Yeah,
that's her.
interesting. No, I didn't catch that. Cool.
Yeah.
Did you guys see any other movies lately? Anything in theaters?
I can't wait to see the Meg, but I'm waiting.
Really?
Me and Liz are waiting to see Take Riker because he wants to see it
No
so
way.
bad.
I want
Oh yeah.
to go with you because I want to see it too. Let me know.
Yeah.
I
well,
like
you know.
that it's just campy. Like it's self-aware.
That's what I'm looking. And
But I don't think it's
a
even-
movie that I was expecting to get a 20%, and it got like I think it was like
50.
a 58
Yeah,
or
like a-
something like that.
yeah.
which is decent for a campy movie like that.
Yeah.
So I think it's gonna be good.
Only a week and a half or so till Spider-Man on PS4.
Yes.
Buying it right
I
away.
am excited for that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm getting more excited for it just for more Spider-Man
Yeah.
because I haven't web slinged.
Web slung?
Web slung?
Is it web slung?
Web slung sounds like slung sounds dirty.
It
I
does.
haven't web slinged. I haven't slinged around the city. Spider-Man went web slinging around. Yeah, but I haven't web slinged.
In the years and years
Slinged.
of
I haven't web slinged.
web slinged?
I haven't gone web slinging.
Yeah, but like I haven't.
Been web slinging.
But I guess you'd have to
You
say.
have to say it that way.
I guess you have to say it that way. Like,
Huh.
English is a.
It's a fickle language. Otherwise, I've been playing a lot of Switch. I'm actually trying to collect all the moons in Mario Odyssey.
You would.
I would, and I'm getting pretty close.
I finished it like with just doing the bare minimum.
Bare minimum?
That's good.
That's good enough.
I'm done
Dude,
with
it's
this
so
game.
good. I'm having so much fun with that. Doing that, some Mario Kart. I just downloaded Hollow Knight. I'm going to show you that tonight, hopefully.
I will
Riker?
say,
Go ahead.
Go ahead, TJ.
oh, I was going kind of back to movies though.
Go ahead.
I think that we should see The Nun together because I think it looks fucking
No
terrifying.
way. No way.
I have not seen a scary
and I
movie
saw-
since it.
You and but that wasn't scary.
Yeah.
You and I saw The Conjuring together, and it ruined our
we?
lives. Yeah.
We did?
There are times.
Did we live in the duplex?
Yes.
We had to have, yeah.
There are times where I still think late at night when I'm home alone about when in the part of The Conjuring where she says the demon's real name, Bathsheba, and then the woman that's possessed turns around, but it's actually like a demon's face.
Why do you do that to yourself?
Ryan's eyes are going to start watering.
No, thank you. TJ, you just got, and shout out to our friend Wyatt. You just got Last Airbender on Blu-ray.
Oh,
And
yeah!
our friend Wyatt has been.
We should definitely watch that again.
Our friend Wyatt's been watching it for the first time and kind of like updating us on Twitter, and it's so fun watching him experience it for the first time. It's so cool.
You hate yourself.
God, it's
You
so
hate
good.
yourself when you like get into it and you're like, why the fuck didn't I watch this sooner?
It's so good.
Stop hating yourself, everybody. Go watch The Last Airbender.
It looks like, for people that don't like anime, it looks like anime, and I was not like.
It's an American anime.
It looks like something
But not
like
only
I
that,
would
but it
not
also
be
looks like
interested
it's
in at
very
all.
much for kids.
Yeah, it looks like it's for kids. It looks very anime.
Part of it is.
and it's not. It's really
It is
not.
kind of anime and it is kind of for kids, but it is more than that.
It has
Yeah.
adult themes, and this show, it was 3 seasons. That's it.
It's so easy to tear up on so many different occasions.
It feels like you could have watched it when you were 12 and then grew up with it and be like 20. You know what I mean? Like that's how much growth happens in this 3-season show. Not to mention, if any of you start it right now, you're lucky enough to then just go into Legend of Korra and not have to
4 seasons.
fucking wait years for a new Avatar show.
Yeah.
And Legend of
And
Korra
Korra's
was
awesome.
fucking awesome.
It is awesome.
Like, do you remember how fucking great it was?
There's actually more seasons of Korra than there is.
Right. I wouldn't say.
It's not better, but it's still awesome.
But is it not better?
No, we
It's
can get into
not
that another
better.
time. We can get
It's
into that
not
another
better.
time.
Have you watched The Last Airbender and then Legend of Korra back to back since watching them?
No, but I'd
together?
like to. I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
That does it for our episode on Battle Beast. Thank you for listening. We will be back in 2 weeks for our first ever monthly episode.
Yes. So
of the
enjoy
Invincible podcast.
Enjoy this one and then the next one in 2 weeks because.
Yeah. But I'm excited for next episode. I'm excited to talk about, and I want everybody to do some homework. I want everybody, if you're listening this far into this episode,
Watch The Last Airbender.
no, read the first read the first 4 issues of Invincible. Write in with some thoughts. Let's make it a little bit more of a joint thing. I want everybody to write in. We'll talk month to month about each volume. So it's gonna be volume 1 trade paperback for next episode. And we're going to have fun on the next episode. We'll also be back in 2 weeks with the Oblivion Song podcast. Remember, you can email us here at The Invincible Song. No.
The Invincible
The
song.
Invincible Song. I can't
Invincible
believe
song.
that is the first time any of us has done that.
Well, now it won't be the last.
No,
it's going
now
to be
it's
in
in
there.
our head.
Oh, fuck.
You can email us at theinvinciblepodcast@gmail.com. You find us on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all the things. Thank you all for listening. We'll be back in 2 weeks. Bye.
So long.
Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen, good night.
Adieu. Adieu.
You would know the rest
Yeah,
of that song.
and yeah.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
inside
Of you.
inside of you. My God.
Is it wrong to be how I long to be inside you?